Daniel Radcliffe, everyone's favorite wizard, not only has a distaste for Meghan Markle, but dislikes the whole royal family as well. He willingly confessed many times that he doesn't agree on the whole country's appreciation for the royal family. Daniel said that even though he is a patriot by heart, he doesn't understand the need for monarchy. Prince Andrew. After Meghan's much talked about engagement to Prince Harry, she was officially invited to meet the royal family members. While Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip were warm and welcoming to the princess, Prince Andrew showcased quite the opposite behavior. A source informed that he portrayed dislike for Meghan compared to the other royal family members, and it was very noticeable. Chrissy Swan. Chrissy Swan, the Australian TV personality, has always been keen on critiquing Meghan Markle. She first opened up about her judgment on her personal Facebook page, which stated that Chrissy could never warm up to Meghan, as she was under the impression that Meghan was just acting her part, that the humility shown by her was performed. Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan didn't hold back from confessing that Meghan ghosted him. He narrated on an episode of Loose Women that the two became good mates after following each other on Twitter. She messaged him saying, "I'm a massive fan of yours, this is great." They conversed through email from that point onwards and finally met at Wimbledon. Piers asked Meghan to join him at a local pub, to which Meghan happily said yes. They ended up hanging out and spending a few hours together. So when Meghan ghosted him, it was both a shock and an insult for him. Trevor Ingleson. Meghan's ex-husband Trevor most likely kept quiet about his feelings towards his royal ex-wife. However, royal biographer Andrew Morton didn't feel the need to reciprocate this behavior and released a book on Meghan called Meghan, a Hollywood Princess, which portrays Trevor's alleged dislike for his ex-wife. According to the book, Trevor was initially elated about being married to Meghan, but he soon started feeling like dirt in her shoe. Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams has been bitter about Meghan ever since the news of her dating the prince broke out. On her solo show, she said that Meghan's relationship with the prince won't last as there's way too much drama surrounding the former. In 2017, she conveyed to her audience that Meghan is just looking for a game to play, as she seems to be a bit of a wild card. Her snarkiest comment, however, was when she called Meghan a random princess. Kate Middleton. Things never warmed up between Kate and Meghan ever since the beginning. There have been countless speculations about why the two princesses don't get along. Some say that Kate feels ashamed of Meghan's embarrassing wardrobe choices, while others chime in stating that Kate disapproves of Meghan's intimate scenes from Suits. However, the most sensible reason may be that both the girls are eyeing the same prize of being the people's princess. Kate Hopkins. This Daily Mail writer and media personality made it clear that she has no respect for someone like Meghan. Her first move to prove her distaste was when she bashed Meghan for being addicted to Instagram. She was also very vocal when she termed her as an American Kate Middleton and a budget princess with an Oscar-winning innocent face. Erin Foster. Erin Foster is a comedy performer and writer who has a notorious history for blasting several celebrities on Instagram, including Meghan. In the month of November 2017, Erin posted a photo of Meghan from her Deal or No Deal days and captioned it, "Never forget." On another occasion, she posted another image of Meghan holding a briefcase from the same show and added an even more rude caption that read, "This briefcase is filled with my plans to be famous." Lastly, Amy Schumer. No, Amy didn't really say something mean about Meghan Markle straight up, but she didn't hold back on her views when asked about the royal wedding. She made an appearance in the Sydney's Fitzy and Whippo radio show, where she opened up about the downsides of the grand royal affair. During her interview, Amy joked that she finds it funny that poor Meghan's wedding wasn't really hers. On her big day, Meghan had to meet foreign delegates who she never met before and exchange pleasantries with them. Amy also hinted that it must have been the worst wedding for Meghan.
Meghan Markle has been the talk for quite some time now, and people have even speculated that she's been lying about a few things, which people were quick to call out. Number 10, Meghan said she was silenced. In the much talked about CBS interview with Oprah Winfrey that took place in 2021, Meghan was asked if she was silent or silenced, to where she said she was silenced, implying she had no freedom of speech. But that doesn't seem to be the case, as she was the guest editor for British Vogue magazine and had 73 public speaking engagements during the same time she claimed to have been silenced. Number 9, Meghan and Harry's secret wedding. Among one of the many things that were revealed during the CBS interview with Oprah were that Meghan and Harry got married in secret, 3 days before the vows were exchanged on national television. However, if that were the case, that would be illegal, and the Archbishop of Canterbury, who was one of the most powerful churchmen in Britain, would have been arrested for that. Number 8, Meghan and Harry wanted privacy in LA. Meghan claims that her and Prince Harry wanted to have a private life in LA, but Harry and the Late Late Show host James Corden were sitting on an open roof bus riding around LA talking about everything that is far from private. That's the complete opposite of being private, as you're going on national television with talk show hosts out in public in LA where there's a lot of paparazzi, go on and say you're looking for a private life. Now, contradictory at its finest was met right there. Number 7, Meghan said that she had her passport taken away. Meghan claimed in her interview with Oprah that she had her keys, driver's license, and passport taken away from her, saying she was was unable to leave. However, she went on 14 holiday trips with Harry to places like Amsterdam, Toronto, and New York. Meanwhile, she was spotted on Elton John's private jet at the same time she was lecturing the public about their carbon footprints. Number 6. Meghan said Archie was denied 24/7 protection because he wasn't a prince. But Archie was never going to be a prince until Prince Harry, Harry's father, became king on the death of the Queen. And that's going to happen whether the skin color of Archie's mother, whatever it is, if it's red, blue, or green. Now that was always set in stone. But now Harry and Meghan's children became Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, following the death of the Queen, and the change is a result of conventions created over 100 years ago. Number 5. Meghan claimed to have no involvement in the unofficial biography Finding Freedom. However, last year Meghan apologized to a court, claiming she forgot about emails sent by her and Prince Harry regarding their unofficial biography Finding Freedom. The correspondence was released and showed that the couple had heavily been involved with the press spokesman before the book's author 2 years ago. When Finding Freedom was published, a spokesman for the couple told the Press Association the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were not interviewed and did not contribute. Having previously denied any involvement, the Duchess of Sussex apologized to a court, claiming she forgot about the emails that were sent by her and Prince Harry regarding their unofficial biography talk. Number 4. Meghan said she had suicidal thoughts while she was pregnant with Archie. Now, Harry has always been speaking about mental health, and when Harry speaks about people who feel depressed or anxious or has suicidal thoughts, that they should go and get help immediately. Yet his wife was claiming that she was constantly feeling suicidal. And Prince Harry has never sought to help her. That is a little bit hard to believe, but that brings us into number 3. The royal family refused to help Meghan with her mental health. Now, Meghan broke down in tears in the Oprah interview, saying at times she felt like she didn't want to be alive anymore, but was told by the palace that she couldn't get help because it wouldn't be good for the institution. However, people don't believe that, and they do think it's a lie, as Prince Harry is attached to many of the biggest mental health charities in Britain. Number 2. Apparently Archie was refused a royal title because of his skin color. One of the major moments from Oprah that made headlines around the world was the allegation that Meghan made about racism within the royal family, including comments made about her unborn son's skin color. But someone revealed that it was a conversation Harry had with someone way before they got married, years before Meghan said it happened. But so far, that's all just he said, she said stuff. Number 1. Meghan claimed that Kate made her cry. Now, in the interview with Harry and Meghan with Oprah in 2021, Meghan was asked if she made Kate cry before the wedding, and Meghan said the reverse happened, indicating Kate made her cry. However, in a new biography titled Revenge, Meghan, Harry, and the War Between the Windsors, states that Kate burst into tears. There have subsequently been claims that the Duchess of Cambridge went to apologize, and Meg threw her a peace offering with flowers in the bin.
By no means do I believe that Meghan Markle will become queen, but if she does, God help us all. So the only way Meghan Markle could become the queen, hypothetically, this would mean that King Charles III, Prince William, Kate, their 3 kids, George, Charlotte, and Louis, as well as Prince Harry, would have to die or step down from the position altogether, which is a highly unlikely situation altogether. Except, as I said before, this is very unlikely. We already know about Harry and Markle's relationship with the royal family, and most of it we heard in the bombshell interview with Oprah Winfrey in March 2021.
That's the sad irony of the last 4 years, is I've advocated for so long for women to use their voice, and then I was silent.
Were you silent or were you silenced?
The latter. Conversation of he won't be given security, he's not going to be given a title, and also concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born. I just didn't want to be alive anymore. And that was a very clear and real and frightening, constant thought. Not only was I not being protected, but that they were willing to lie to protect other members of the family, but they weren't willing to tell the truth to protect me and my husband.
Their reason for leaving the family involved different controversies, but the main part of that was that they claimed there were many forms of racism within the family. In terms of Prince Harry, he explained his reasons for leaving the royal family were due to a lack of support and lack of understanding. On top of that, Meghan was not even invited to join the royal family after Queen Elizabeth's death. I mean, she isn't technically royal blood, but she is married to one, so it only seemed fair that she would attend. She is technically the Duchess of Sussex, Sussex, so where's her invite? So to sum up this video, it would take a long line of people to pass away or step down for her to ever be considered as the queen, let alone to the public or to the British media. There would have to be some max execution of royal members to ever make this a possibility, especially adding her relationship with the family and also with all the British media around her. At number 10 spot, we have Trevor Engelson. This is by far Meghan's biggest relationship apart from Prince Harry. Movie producer Trevor Engelson met Meghan in 2004 and ended up marrying one another in 2011. The reason this relationship ended was because Engelson lived in California for work while Markle was becoming a full-fledged actor, having to move to Canada to film her show. This long distance ended up being too much and they just called it quits in 2013. At number 9 spot, we have Corey Vitiello. In 2014, Meghan was in a romantic relationship with Corey Vitiello. Corey is a Canadian chef and they dated from September 14 to April 2016 until she met her literal Prince Charming later in 2016. Ouch. At number 8 spot, we have Rory McIlroy. After her and Trevor didn't work out, she was rumored to have dated professional golf player Rory McIlroy in 2014. The two were spotted together for a dinner date during that summer, and he even helped Markle when she participated in the famed social media Ice Bucket Challenge, which helped raise money for ALS. At number 7 spot, we have Michael Del Zotto. Also, after ending things with Engelson, it's said that she developed a close relationship with Canadian hockey player Michael Del Zotto, who's only 26 years old at the time. A close friend of the hockey player said that Trevor was devastated at the split because she suddenly had no time for her. At number 6 spot, we have Joe Giuliano. This was Meghan's first relationship ever, and many people don't know who this is, and to be honest, I didn't too. But I did find out he was an entertainment lawyer at the time and helped kickstart her career. At number 5 spot, we have Simon Rex. Back in 2004, when Meghan was still an aspiring actress, it was said she went out with former porn star Simon Rex. Whether or not these guys hooked up is still up for speculation, but we do know that Simon Rex was offered once $70,000 from a British tabloid to say that he slept with her, which he completely denied. At number 4 spot, with Matt Lair. The former Suits actress was allegedly caught in a sneaky dressing room hookup with disgraced American TV host Matt Lauer, following an appearance on the US Today Show before she started dating Harry. A worker for NBC Network had said there was something definitely going on between one another. At our 3 spot, we have Joshua Silverstein. The Suits star told Larry King that her first kiss happened at theater camp in Los Angeles when she was only 13 years old. Her summer fling was Joshua Silverstein, a comedian who now appears on The Late Late Show with James Corden as a professional beatboxer. At number 2 spot, we have Patrick J. Adams. Okay, I only added him because he plays Mike Ross in US Network's hit drama Suits. They kiss a lot, so he technically hooked up with Meghan. Meghan's character is Rachel Zane, and they started off pretty rocky in the show, but things get better as the series progresses. At number 1 spot, we have Prince Harry. Obviously, I couldn't forget her most notorious relationship with Prince Harry. The two first met in July 2016, but it wasn't until September 2017 when they first appeared in public and completely shocked the world.
Harry and Meghan have been rejected. Now, Prince Harry has always been one of the most jovial members of the British royal family, but he hasn't always been getting along with his own relatives. As children, he and his older brother Prince William seemed inseparable, but as they got older, cracks began to form in their relationship. The rift between the brothers grew wider in March 2021 when Harry and his wife Meghan Markle opened up about the decision to step back from their royal duties in a tell-all interview with CBS. During the TV special, the Sussexes accused unnamed members of the royal family of racist behavior. In particular, they alleged that one person had asked a question about their son Archie's skin tone ahead of his May 2019 birth. Days after the interview, the Duke of Cambridge responded to the accusations by saying, "We're very much not a racist family." Some of the tension between William and Harry dates back to 2016 when the Archwell co-founders started dating Meghan, and in January 2020, the Sussexes shocked the world and Harry's family by announcing that they plan to step down from their roles as full-time working royals. Charles was livid over the decision, an insider told Us Magazine at the time, adding that the Prince of Wales felt like Meghan was to blame for the situation. Things between Harry and his relatives hit a boiling point in March 2021 when he and Meghan sat down for their tell-all interview, which aired on CBS. Among many shocking revelations, one that stood out the most was when one of the members of the family had asked questions about the color of Archie's skin tone before his birth. Later that year, a book alleged that Charles was the person who made the skin color comments, but the prince denied the claims. Tension between Harry and William appeared to ease in April 2021 when the pair briefly reunited for their grandfather's funeral. 2 months later, however, royal expert Robert Lacey claimed that the duo started quarreling within minutes of getting behind closed doors. Later in July 2021, Harry again threw his family in for a loop when he announced that he was writing a memoir to be published in 2022. "I'm writing this not as the prince I was born, but as the man I've become. The me you can't see," producer said in a statement at the time. him. I've worn many hats over the years, both literally and figuratively, and my hope is that telling my story, the highs and lows, the mistakes, the lessons learned, I can help show that no matter where we come from, we have more in common than we think. His family, however, was less thrilled about the news. The royal family is shaken up about the book, a source told Us Magazine at the time, adding that Charles and William are particularly concerned about what Harry will reveal. However, one day after Queen Elizabeth's death, the king made mentions of the Sussex in his inaugural speech with a touching gesture. He said, "I want to express my love for Harry and Meghan as they continue to build their lives overseas." So does this mean they could possibly redeem themselves? Let me know in the comments below.
Palace aides believe the Duchess of Sussex was deliberately laying a trail of evidence as she carefully plotted her departure from the royal family, a new book has claimed. It alleges that her aides, who named themselves the Sussex Survivors Club after Meghan and Harry quit their roles, called the Duchess a narcissistic sociopath. The book describes the Sussexes' deteriorating relationship with their staff, a succession of decent people who had believed in Meghan and, quote, would have done anything to help the couple succeed. But it alleges that aides came to believe that Meghan's departure was premeditated and that one of her concerns was whether she was going to be able to make money for herself. One former staff member told the author she wanted to be rejected because she was obsessed with the narrative from day one. And sources said her team reportedly said of her on repeated occasions, "We were played." The book claims that staff became convinced the Duchess wanted to show how the institution failed her, and even felt there was a cynical motive behind her decision to complain to HR bosses, who listened sympathetically but offered no help. This was inevitable. HR is there to deal with employee issues, not members of the royal family, the book says. Meghan would presumably have known that, so what was she doing there? Laying a trail of evidence would be the cynical answer. A former staff member said everyone knew that the institution would be judged by her happiness. The mistake they made was thinking that she wanted to be happy. In her interview with Oprah Winfrey in March 2021, Meghan emphasized the difference between the Queen and those who surrounded her, the ones she felt refused to help when she was in her hour of greatest need, and perpetuated falsehoods about her. According to the book, some of Meghan's staff suspected that in the end she wanted to make money, and the only way she could do that was by leaving her royal life behind and going back to America. Meghan's lawyer says that the Duchess has absolutely denied bullying anyone, while an inquiry launched by Buckingham Palace concluded that it would review how it handled bullying complaints. It did not say Meghan had actually bullied anyone. According to the book, tensions were compounded by Harry and Meghan's deteriorating relationship with Alderton and Young. Royal biographer Robert Lacey said Young really came to dislike Meghan's style. Harry was just as dismissive as Meghan, however. An insider said he used to send them horrible emails, so rude. The book says how when Harry and Meghan went to Canada for their 6-week break in November 2019, Meghan would not even tell their nanny where they were going. Meghan confided in a member of her staff that the couple were not coming back, according to the book, but others did not find out until January 2020. They found it hard to accept that they were being dumped, says the book. Some of them were in tears.
Did Meghan Markle fake cry at the Queen's funeral? To be completely honest, I don't believe she did, although some individuals who despise Meghan appear to disagree. After joining her husband, Prince Harry, to the historic service honoring the life of his grandmother, Meghan Markle brushed away a tear. Meghan Middleton chose a classic all-black ensemble with a wide-brimmed hat, imitating her sister-in-law Kate Middleton. She also donned a pair of straightforward diamond and pearl earrings that the late monarch had given to her back in 2018. The royal family also used pearls as a traditional symbol of grief. Following the funeral, they will go to Windsor before Her Majesty is laid to rest. Her Majesty's coffin was carried in a ceremonial procession alongside a precise route through the nation's capital. Just before 11 o'clock in the morning, the Duchess and Harry were seen following the Queen's coffin into the Abbey. She followed the Windsor lady as they exited the chapel, following next to Camilla, the Queen Consort, Kate, the Princess of Wales, and Sophie, the Countess of Wessex. People are speculating that the Queen and Meghan do not have a good relationship, but the Duchess outlined her good standing with the Queen in her 2021 interview with Oprah Winfrey. The Queen, for example, has always been wonderful to me, she said. I mean, we had one of our first joint engagements together. She asked me to join her. We had breakfast together that morning, and she'd given me a beautiful gift, and I just really loved being in her company. She gave me some beautiful pearl earrings and a matching necklace, Meghan said. But people don't agree with that statement and begun digging deep into Meghan Markle's archives. A Twitter user brought up a conversation she had with a cameraman where she cried on demand in 3 seconds. In the same thread is a video where Meghan admits that she can make herself cry. In regards to the funeral, body language expert Adrian Carter told the Daily Star that it's hard to tell whether or not Meghan's tears were real sadness, adding that the former Suits actress certainly knew an emotional response like that would be spotted and photographed. But that's the tea.
At number 10 spot, we have Patrick J. Adams. Former Suits star Patrick J. Adams, who starred alongside Meghan as their former love interest and eventual husband in the US drama, shared a series of tweets defending his longtime friend. The tweet wrote, "It's obscene that the royal family, whose newest member is currently growing inside of her, is promoting and amplifying accusations of bullying against women, who herself was basically forced to flee the UK in order to protect her family and her own mental health." At number 9 spot, we have Jamila Jamil. Jamila Jamil had taken the social media time and time again to defend Harry and Meghan, often facing off against Piers Morgan, one of the duo's most vocal critics. On International Women's Day 2020, she wrote to the Duchess calling her, quote, strong, gracious, and loving. In the past, she has commented on the abuse the Duchess handles, saying, quote, dear England and English press, just say you hate her because she's black and Harry for marrying a black woman and be done with it. God damn it. Your bullying is so embarrassing and obvious. You've lost all your marbles, and that, folks, is what power looks like. At number 8 spot, we have Naomi Campbell. British supermodel Naomi Campbell announced her support for Meghan in a November 2019 interview with The Guardian. She went on to say, quote, when I heard about the legal action, I was like, bravo, good for her. We all know what that's about. I've seen how they treat Raheem Sterling, how they speak about Lewis Hamilton, and even Serena Williams. I don't know how Meghan Markle deals with this, and I'm really glad she's taken action to defend herself. At number 7 spot, we have Maria Shriver. For those who don't know who this is the ex-wife of Arnold Schwarzenegger. When the whole Duke and Duchess leaving drama was ongoing, she took it to Twitter to comment, quote, what I take away is that they're stepping up in their own lives in a way that works for them. They want to make it their own way. Oftentimes, you have to step back, reflect, reassess, and re-enter in a new way. Let's wish them well, let's root for them. I'm sure they're trying to carve out their own lives while also being of service to their larger duty. It's never easy, but possible. At number 6 spot, we have Abigail Spencer. Adam's fellow co-star of Suits, Abigail Spencer, has also publicly backed Markle up. Before the interview that aired, the actor shared a throwback image of her and Markle together on Instagram. In a lengthy post, she shared some of her most fondest memories of Meghan, adding, quote, she and Harry are an incredible team. They're dedicating their lives to lifting up and amplifying those who do not have a voice for themselves. At number 5 spot, we have Gabrielle Union. American actress Gabrielle Union gave a short and to the point assessment of a claim from the palace about Markle being accused of bullying. When the tweet came out, Gabrielle Union posted this gif in response. At number 4 spot, we have Chriselle Staus. The Selling Sunset star wrote on Twitter, quote, my timeline is very pro Meghan Markle, which I love. But I just scrolled some of the comments on news sites posts and it was almost shocking that people hate her so much. I worry about people's sanity who can attach so much hate to someone they don't know. At number 3 spot, we have Chance the Rapper. After Buckingham Palace made their statement on Wednesday, the Summer Friends rapper asked his Twitter followers, do y'all find yourselves getting mad as hell every time they talk sideways about Duchess Meghan? At number 2 spot, we have Serena Williams. Serena Williams is one of Meghan's closest A-list pals, and she's come out to defend the Duke and Duchess several times in the past as well. Most recently, the tennis champion refused to comment on the couple's choice to leave the royal family, telling a reporter, good try, when they asked about it. When asked about her relationship with Meghan, she said, quote, she couldn't be a better friend to me. Low moments, high moments, she's always there. That's all I want to be to her. At number 1 spot, we have Chrissy Teigen. One person who understands the impact of intense media scrutiny is certainly Chrissy Teigen, who tweeted that Meghan Markle criticism was hitting too close to home. She tweeted, quote, this Meghan Markle shit is hitting too close to home for me. These people won't stop until she miscarries. Effing stop it.
Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were moved to the bottom of the royal family website. Harry and Meghan have now been buried alongside Prince Andrew and rebooted from the royal family website. Harry and Meghan have now been assured that Charles loves them. Move them into last place near Andrew on his new website seems a very Windsor way of showing it. This all comes after Prince Harry and Meghan chose to step down from their full-time royal duties a couple years ago and open up to Oprah Winfrey in a TV interview about their life and treatment from the royal family. Many members were upset about the interview because they feel like the public doesn't look at them the same and they feel like they've been exploiting the family, including interactions and comments made by the family regarding them and the color of their child's skin color once he was born. Links to personal profiles of Prince Harry and Meghan have been moved to the bottom of the royal family's website alongside disgraced Prince Andrew in the latest demonstration of King Charles' intention to sideline the California-based couple from the family's core operations. According to the Daily Telegraph, which first reported the change, the couple's profiles and pictures used to be midway down the page that lists the members of the royal family, ahead of minor royals such as the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester, the Duke of Kent, Princess Alexandra, and Prince and Princess Michael of Kent. Now, however, the couple find themselves on the bottom 2 rows of the Roll of the Royals family page. A royal source told the Daily British Beast that there was no significance to the Sussexes' new location other than they were no longer working members of the royal family and that the website had undergone a periodic update. But I feel like there's more to it. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like they're being a little bit shady. Clicking through Harry's pictures revealed that he still has a lengthy biography touting his achievements, in particular with the Invictus Games, but Meghan has just a few lines written about her, which summarize how she and Harry stepped back from the royals and adds that she continues to support a number of charitable causes and organizations associated with them. Andrew's entry is even briefer, repeating the statement which expelled him from the family and saying, prior to stepping back from the public life, the Duke of York undertook a wide range of public work with a strong economic and business focus. The changes to the website, which also seen minor non-working royals cut completely, will be seen as reflecting King Charles' widely reported desire for a less bloated, more cost-effective royal family website. However, the demotion of Harry and Meghan to such a lowly position is also likely to increase speculation that Charles is seeking to reduce the public perception of their importance. Harry faces a life of permanent exile, with the royal treatment of Harry likely to be molded on the fate of Edward VIII, the king who lived the rest of his life outside of the UK in 1936. Harry and Meghan will get the invite to the coronation, but will firmly be seated in the cheap seats along with Beatrice and Eugenie as they were at the funeral. That will be it. Charles will be ruthless when it comes to protecting the crown, and that means keeping Harry and Meghan as far away from the center of gravity as possible, a former staffer told the public. But I want to hear what you think about this whole mess. I personally think they're being a little bit petty. I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm waiting for your input in the comments below. I'll be seeing you soon.